Hi all, welcome back to the channel. Now this is a video I wasn't expecting to make, but it's one, and this is an unannounced video, no one knows I'm going to do this, apart from Connor, obviously. But this is something that I saw on Twitter earlier today, and it's bothered me greatly, because it's a very undiscussed topic, let's say. And this YouTuber doesn't know I'm going to do it, so hopefully he doesn't have any major issues with it. But I didn't like it one bit, so I'm going to speak out on it. There's a Leicester City fan called Ellis, and he has a channel called True Fox. Now, I am a huge fan of the channel. I think he is absolutely excellent at it. He brings his own take on Leicester. He is a fantastic Leicester fan. He's loyal. He went to every game. He's a really nice lad. I've had actually been lucky enough to speak to him. I spoke to him on an Instagram live on New Year's Eve, actually. I did some magic for him, as he goes. Nicest lad in the world. Couldn't say a bad word about him. Now, I saw on his Twitter earlier that he got tickets for the Leicester's FA Cup final at Wembley. Now, for reasons he was not willing to disclose, he couldn't go. He's not going anymore, and he's not going to any Leicester games. And from what was sort of being touched on from tweets, he basically, I don't know whether he's getting threatened, I don't know whether he got abused, but he did heavily talk about the fact that, like, when Leicester played Brentford away in the FA Cup last year, he got he got assaulted. Well, as good as assaulted. I didn't really know the full story, but he certainly got intimidated and threatened quite badly. He gets threats nearly every day, and he feels that he's no longer safe to go to Leicester games. Now, I've been following him as a YouTuber since he started, really, and I've known him quite. I don't know him as a person quite well, but I'm familiar with his channel, so I pay attention. And he said he'd been to nearly every Leicester game since the year he got promoted, almost. I don't know the full details. I know he did all the pre-season friendlies, but he says he can't go anymore because he didn't feel safe going to a Leicester game. The club weren't doing enough to help. And the reason I'm making a video about it today, and I don't even know if he'll see this, I don't know if he knows, but it's wound me up, because for a number of reasons I want to touch on this greatly, and it's something that I imagine a lot of football content people have to think about. But like Dave, he had this issue, but Ellis is probably the one that I've heard is had it the worst, and it's just not fair. He's a really, really nice lad. And this is coming from me, and I spoke to him once in person, and I say it was in person, it was on an Instagram live. I spent probably 12, 13 minutes talking to him. He's the nicest lad in the world. Yeah, for someone who's not, he can't be any older than me. I'm 18, I think he's 18. He's got to be in near identical age range to me. To feel that he physically isn't safe enough to go to a football game because people take issue with what he's doing in football content. It is absolutely ridiculous. I don't get, one, why do people feel the need to threaten people? He's not long been a kid. He is a young adult now. And sorry if the phone's shaking. I'm actually quite angry posting this video. He's a young adult, and I'm a young adult. I've never felt the need to feel unsafe going to a West Ham game. But I know there's Albion fans out there that would feel that way, and I know there's other fans that would as well. First of all, I don't get, if somebody doesn't like content, I don't see why they just don't watch it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. It doesn't have to bother you. But why on earth people think that physical aggression or verbal aggression, mental aggression, social media aggression, all these threats, why do people think it's acceptable? I mean, something has to change. And I'm talking about a big change, because Ellis is one that I've seen on YouTube, and he's got it bad. I feel really sorry for him. He's a nice lad. Nobody deserves what he's had to go through, especially to feel you can't go and follow the club that you love home and away out of your own safety. just because he was doing something that he actually thought he was helping Leicester fans. He actually thought that he was giving Leicester fans an opportunity to see things with a different perspective. And I know Leicester Football Club as well. I'm familiar with the club. They're a good club. They're a family club, and they're a club that have had a lot in the past few years. They should have been doing more here. And the reason why I'm making a video about it now is because I know he's not the only one. Ellis, he's had it bad, but this isn't the first time, and it probably won't be the last. I do know an Albion fan who did start to make content, but he got threatened when we played Tottenham at Wembley. Never did anything since, and didn't actually feel he could go to away games because this person kept saying he beat him up. And I think it is disgraceful. Ellis, if you're watching, I stand with you, and we all do. I'm really sorry that you felt you had to do this. I can understand why, but something has to change because people make football content because people like football content. If people don't like football content, don't watch it. And if you actually feel the need to physically threaten someone who's the same age as me, just because they're doing something, they're actually trying to help people. They're trying to make a lot of their games so people can watch. There are probably Leicester fans in Australia. There's Albion fans in the USA that have messaged me about football content saying they enjoy it. There's fans all over the world that watch this stuff because they want to see what it's like. It's a fan's perspective. But he feels he can't go anymore, and it's a disgrace. And Ellis is just one example, and I have a feeling it's going to get worse. So I'm making this video because, believe it or not, this is not trying to vouch sympathy for Ellis because he doesn't want sympathy. He made that quite clear. What we need is change, and whilst I don't have the power to change what's happening at Leicester, I don't have the power to change his view. Not view. I don't have the power to change his decision. I don't have the power to control the people that are threatening him. I want to make clear that football content is something that people enjoy, and people should not feel unsafe to make it just because a few idiots don't like it. Not quite sure what more I can add. It's a real shame because he is a fantastic YouTuber. He's a fantastic content creator. His Leicester content is amongst some of the best vlogging I think here in the football leagues. Yet he feels he can't do anymore, and I'm really going to miss his content. But he's the first example, but I think if it carries on, there's going to be worse. So this needs to stop, and there needs to be put a stand on. So if people don't like football content, don't watch it. But if you ever think you have the right to physically threaten someone who just thinks they're doing something they enjoy, then you're no worse than a football hooligan out there who just wants to hurt people. In fact, you are one of them, if not worse, because you're targeting young people. That's my piece. I'm really sorry for him. I don't want to give him sympathy because, I say I don't want to give him sympathy, that sounds harsh. I'm not looking for sympathy for him because sympathy doesn't solve problems. People solve problems, and people aren't doing it. You can feel sorry for you can feel sorry for people all you want, but people are only done through change. And this is the same with racism. This is the same with homophobia, xenophobia, anything. People think they have a right to say whatever they like just because they don't like something, and it's not true. It's only going to get worse, unfortunately, as the technology develops. This is going to become more frequent, which means it's going to become worse. The fact that someone feels they can't go to a football game anymore is unacceptable. So, it needs to stop. Now, I'll make football content. I don't know if I'm going to vlog, that's to be seen, but I'll make football content. And I don't care if people don't like it. People can threaten all they want. So I will not stop because people like it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But football fans that like it and football fans that do it, we need to collectively come together and we need to take a stand, because this is just not right anymore. I don't know if Ellis is going to watch this. I'm sorry that he's had to do this he feels he has to do this. I can understand why, but it shouldn't have come to this. The reason I'm making this video isn't because of him as a point, it's because this has happened to him now, but I don't think he's going to be the last. So it needs to stop now. So we need to come up with a way. I'm asking for help. How do we stop people actually getting aggressive over stuff like this? It's unacceptable. Clubs need to start bringing bans. If people don't like it, they don't watch it. Social media, again, are at fault. This is the same as any other form of discrimination or threats online. Social media are not doing enough, and it needs to change now. Thank you. Please share this video because it's very important. Sorry I've had a rant, but I felt this needed to be said. Because this isn't a funny topic, this isn't a topic that I wanted to discuss. However, it's not a topic I'm willing to let go. Because this lad's not much older than me. In fact, he might actually be younger than me. And the fact he's having to go through this is quite frankly unacceptable. And I don't think he's going to be the last. So it needs to stop. And it needs to stop now. Thank you for watching. Please like, follow, share, do whatever you need to do. Spread this. Thank you.